What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Ruben Art Studio. Today we're going to draw the Orcalero Orcala. First of all, you need papers, pencil, and I like to have my eraser next to me in case I'm gonna go back, erase, readjust, make it smaller, bigger. Your choice. First of all, we're gonna start on the left. Alright, we're gonna draw this semicircle. Gonna go up and across. Thinking of the space. You're not gonna make it too big. Go all the way up or right here. Curve up. This will be the legs on the back. Right? We're gonna bump the front. Right? Bring it up to the front leg over here. Let's start drawing the at least the first leg. Round, up. All right. This will be the belly all the way to the back leg. Good. Let's continue with the other leg on the back to the left side. A little bit of curve over here. Round up. Right? Let's do the thing on the back, on the back, top section. Curve. A little bit around over here. Bring it down. Good. Now, let's continue right in the middle. This will be the mouth and also the pattern, the shape of the Orcalero Orcala. Gonna continue over here. It's a lot of curve. All right. Let's continue with the tail on the back. Right here, it could make it a little bit bigger or a little bit smaller. It's your choice. Right? Bring it down over here. Right? Do not press your pencil too hard in case you need to erase. A little bit of curve right here. Good. Let's put a little mark over here at that. This will be the eye. Oval shape. Right? Now let's do the sneaker. Top high heel. And remember, the sneaker is a little bit bigger than what we usually make a normal sneaker. Great. Right around here, a little bit of line coming down, a little bit of curve over here, another curve that will be the front of the sneaker. And to create the Nike logo, go up and down, then up. Take your time, get thinner at the end. Let's do the other sneaker. This sneaker is gonna be slightly smaller. We start at the top of the heel. Stop over here. Continue on this part. Keeping over the space, the width. Go up a little bit. Come down. Stop over here. A curve connecting both sides of the sneaker bottom, the sole. Remember, this sneaker is gonna be a little bit smaller. Great. Let's do the same thing where the shoes laces will be. Continue over here. A little mark over here to start the Nike logo. Good. Some curves that it will illustrate the shoe laces, the sneaker laces. Right? Let's continue with the back leg. It could make it thinner. We start with a top heel on the back of the sneaker. Around the same side of the front sneaker. It could be a little bit smaller. Continue over here. Connect both sides of the sneaker. That will be the sole part. Right? Parallel. Good. We'll do the front area. And then the section for the shoelaces. A little dot over here will give me the position to start drawing the Nike logo. Great. Now the laces over here. Good. You could color your Nike logo black. We have 3 Nike logos. Great. Let's continue adding some shading. That's one of my favorite part. Remember, you don't press the pencil too hard. You could press it. Let's pretend the light comes from the left. So we're gonna put darker shadow or darker shading on the right. Make a little mark over here. This will divide what will be darker on the right, a little lighter on the left. You can see the difference as I'm doing it. And we could do it together. Feel free to do it together. And you could pick your color. This color will be usually dark green. So it's basically all dark blue. This part will be here, will be lighter, which means you're not gonna press the pencil too hard. And take your time, have fun, enjoy this moment. Go ahead, do a little mark, little space over here. This will be the lighter part, following the shape of your Orcala. I like to start with a darker area first. See, I'm changing my position slightly on my finger because I want you to see what I'm doing. And you could always pause the video and go back. I mean, you could do this with a marker, but I prefer to do it with a pencil because I could apply different shading, which makes them look more realistic. Take your time, have fun. I'm doing the darker area first. It's a line over here that separate the lighter area from the darker area. It could be all just dark color, and feel free to add a dark area where you think the light is not reaching as much as on the above surface area. For example, it could be a little bit darker right here. The further away from the light source, which let's put a light source over here. It could be a light bulb, could be a sun, just so you could have an idea how the light is traveling. It's hitting over here, which is a little bit lighter, and it's hitting around here, which it will be a little bit lighter. Right? Just don't press the pencil. Keep it very light over here. Lightly pressing your pencil in this area. Now let's go back to the dark area. We're gonna continue. This will be the back of the leg. And over here could be a little bit darker, just to create that 3D look. Leave a little bit light over here, just a little line. That way you could divide what could be darker and lighter, right? The tail on the back, you make it darker. This is the part that I love the most, adding that different level of shading, because that's what really, what makes it look more realistic, that 3D look that you could have in your drawing, and feeling, you really, when you do shading, your drawing comes out better. It makes it look more realistic. All right, put a little bit of light, very light at the bottom over here. And you could have fun, it's your choice over here. Let's add a little bit of dark area over here on the leg as well. See, just draw a line over here so you could have the different tonality, dark or darker, and light or lighter. You could connect this line, which we didn't connect. Could go around here. See, that's the beauty of doing it with pencil, because you could always adjust things and erase if you want to. But if you feel comfortable, you could also do it with marker. Let's shade the remaining leg over here. I like to do a line right over here, so I could apply the shading on the right side. Keep in mind that the light source is from here. You could place it on the right as well. But for now, we're gonna do it on the left. Yeah, take your time. Enjoy the process. Good, we're almost there. You could adjust, check some of the area that you feel that it needs more shading. You could outline the eye section. Light shading, which we didn't do over here. Around the bottom of the legs where the shoes start. You could adjust this, and keep in mind the shape, the curves that you're applying to your tralalelo, tralala. Now we're gonna erase a little bit over here. Keep your paper clean. And keep in mind that sometimes when you're shading, this part of your hand becomes a little bit dirty. You could always get a paper towel and just wipe it off, or just wet it a little bit and then dry it. That way, or you could just simply put a piece of paper on top. When you draw, you put a piece of paper like this. That way, this part of your hand don't get dirty. Because when that happens, your paper tend to get dirty. And you want to have a clean, very presentable piece of paper, so when you show it to your friends and family, they'll be so impressed with the work that you're doing and how much you are progressing. And the beauty of this video, that you could always go back and try again. Never give up. Every time you do it, it gets better and you feel more confident doing it. So I'm just adding little detail, making it look, adding some shading more to the right, which is further from the light. And some of this has a cylindrical shape. It's like when you're drawing a circle, an apple, around is darker, in the middle tend to be lighter. But everything depends on the position of the light. The light source determines most of the time where it should be darker, because the other part is the shape of your subject. In this case, this Orcala Whale is a round subject, so you're gonna have this different variation of light, especially around the edges on the opposite side of the light. Good. All right, make it look, just to top it off, some shading at the bottom, shading from the tail. And this Orcala is very focused, is determined. To do what they do best, which is, in this case, walking down the street, excited that they're wearing their Nike sneaker. All right, well, I hope you like it, and we're gonna continue with more Italian brain rat that we're gonna keep working. I'm gonna put my pencil down, my eraser, and I'll see you next time. Thank you for being part of this lesson today. Bye bye.